It's happened again. The 1 week when teams around us drop points, we also drop points. Hello and welcome to another episode of Hollie's Hotspurs, and on today's episode I'll be talking about our draw against Watford. If you are new, please leave a like on this video, comment what you thought of the game below and hit that subscribe button. After the Middlesbrough game, yes, I know it's a championship side, I really thought we could push on in the league and actually start winning some games. The lineup comes out and I see Jan and Toby in the middle, with Serge Aurier on the right and Tanganga on the left this time. I was quite happy with that. I mean, yes, I'd rather Tanganga either be in the middle or where Serge is playing, but there we go. We also had that Argentine duo in the middle of the park again of Lo Celso and Lamela. They looked very lively against Middlesbrough, so I was very excited to see how they'd play against this Watford side. We also had Winks. Now, I like Winks, but I don't think he's quite capable of playing in a DM role. I just don't think that's the way he plays. But I was feeling optimistic. I mean, to be fair, we started okay. I mean, we did look awake, which I always say is my one thing that I always want to happen, is to us to start awake and actually look lively. We had a few chances through the likes of Sonny, hit a deflection and pinged off out for a corner, but apart from that there wasn't really a lot happening. We did have a lot of possession. It felt like that Watford was hanging off a bit. I think their game plan was a bit like our game plan against Liverpool: wait for the other team to make a mistake. And to be honest, a mistake did happen and Winks nearly did cost us. I mean, like I've said before, I don't think Winks should play in that DM role, but then I think to myself, who else have we got? We've got Eric Dyer, which I don't think he's good enough. I know that's his role, and I know he's under like some weird fitness thing at the moment, that he hasn't got enough fitness. I don't think that he's good enough. And I also don't think Wanyama's good enough, because I thought, like many other fans, that he'd left in the summer, but the other week when he appeared out of nowhere, I'm like, oh, okay, you're still here. But both of them are not good enough, and Winks is also not good enough to play in that DM role. Our best chance probably fell in the 38th minute when this happened. I think it was Winks and Sonny that combined and then found Dele, and Dele flicked it with the back heel of his boot, drive towards goal, put a lovely ball in behind the Watford defence to find Lucas. Unfortunately, Lucas just hits it straight at the keeper. I mean, the keeper did make himself look big, but I don't think there was a lot Lucas could have done. But if we had an actual striker, he might have actually scored. And this is something that I keep wanting to point out. We're getting in these positions now where we're finding balls in behind defences. We've actually got a bit more creativity with the likes of Lo Celso and Lamela at times, but we just have no one clinical enough to finish it. Sonny, yes, is a good striker of the ball. Lucas, yes, is a good striker of the ball, but do they play in striker positions? No. They're out and out wide attackers. They're not good enough or clinical enough, I feel, to have that natural ability to see the goal and strike it and score. Tanganga in the recent games has played really well, especially against Liverpool and Middlesbrough, but I don't think this left back position was really suiting him very well. I don't think he's naturally left footed. I could be wrong, but he's definitely more suited to a right back position or the centre back position. Sarr was absolutely doing him a dirty. I mean, touching on Tanganga again, the refs today, oh my days. I don't want to be one of these fans that blame the refs because we didn't win because of the ref, but the ref today was pretty poor. I mean, one instance, take a look at this. That is just vile. He's nowhere near the ball and basically slashes his leg. He goes to kebab it in his knee with his stud. I mean, people are saying, yeah, but VAR don't work like that. The ref hasn't given a yellow. It's clearly not a red, so VAR can't review it. But seconds, moments later, Capu's doing the same to other players on our team. How he wasn't sent off that game, I do not know. And another thing as well, the refs were having a mare with their communication today. I think Michael Oliver goes off to have it rechecked or something. Now this takes over 3 minutes. But how many minutes get added on at half time? 2. I mean, if that doesn't reiterate how bad our reffing standards are in the UK, I do not know. Yes, we had a lot of possession this game, but towards the end of the first half, it looked like Watford were going to score. And to be honest, if their players actually had their scoring boots on today, I think they could have been 1-0 up at half time, if not more. I mean, yes, we had a lot of chances too, but like I said, just not clinical enough. The second half is underway, and to be honest, not a lot happens. It's just, I mean, it was a lot of sideways play today. We were actually trying to drive, but there's no end product. And then when we did lose the ball, I honestly thought Watford were going to score every time. Sarr was scary. And I think that's partly because Tanganga couldn't necessarily control it. It was weird. He managed to pocket Mane, but he couldn't pocket Sarr. It was very strange. In the 70th minute, Jan gives away a penalty for handball. I think it was quite harsh. The ball was stuck at him with some force. When it's handball, it's handball. But obviously that doesn't occur for some people. The inconsistency is very odd. But anyway, we concede a penalty. And Deeney steps up. Now, I think it's going in. But take a look at this. Today could be the day that Gazza actually secures his clean sheet. And he did. But this is an awful, shocking penalty from Deeney. It's like at waist height and it's not in the corner, it's to the side. And Gazza does well just to tap it out. Rather than tap it into other players, he actually manages to tap it out. So that was quite good from him. For me, I thought Dele was probably one of our best players. And to be honest, I don't blame him for getting frustrated when he came off, because I don't know why he put Eriksen on. Dele was, yes, at times, does lack decision making. It does take a little while to make that, but when he makes that pass, it's excellent. And I thought he was probably one of our best players today, but he comes off and Eriksen comes on. I'm not even going to talk about Eriksen anymore, I'm just going to leave him. Now, I'm going to hit a positive. I thought Serge played okay today. He didn't play great, but he played okay, which is an improvement by my standards. I mean, he even managed to do this. Yes, probably next week he'll give away a penalty or get a red card for something, but I like to praise him when he does well. He did have a fight against Deulofeu, who's a very tricky player to play against, so credit to him. He kept him under wraps. And then, moments later, we get to see our new signing, Gedson. Gedson came on for Lo Celso, and to be honest, he did look lively. I was quite impressed. I know he only had a cameo of 11 minutes, but I felt like he was ready, and to be honest, he nearly scored as well, so that's good things to come if we're going to pick out positives. But today we really weren't clinical. I mean, I think my prediction was 4-1. I say stupid predictions because normally I jinx us, but today, like, it was just, I don't know. It got even painful to watch. I think it was like the last couple of minutes of the game. Serge whips a lovely ball into Lamela. Lamela is bundled. It looked like he was bundled in the box, but manages to get a toe on the cross. He's going goalwards, and then we see a Watford player take it off the goal line. I thought that was it. I thought our luck's finally changed. We're going to get a last minute winner, but no. I mean, take a look at this. How stupid is that? It's like, I mean, I know it's got to be the whole ball, but we're talking about millimetres here. Millimetres. That's how close we were to 3 points. It's just the Spursy way, innit? Wasn't great today. Just reiterated that we need an out-and-out striker. Because we're not clinical. We can't finish anything. But yeah, thanks again for watching. We move to Norwich on Wednesday. I'm actually lucky enough to go to that game. Thanks to Richard Sava and the Spursy podcast. So thank you for that, guys. So this next episode will be out hopefully Thursday night. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Hopefully we can get 3 points against Norwich, because I am not losing to the bottom of the table. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Remember, please subscribe. Come on, you Spurs.